myself Marathi, welcoming you all to this math video session. In this video, I'm going to teach you some regarding real numbers, and it's a little bit tricky, logical, just understanding stuff. Hope I can make you better understand. Here the question is, check whether 6 to the power n and 4 to the power n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. I repeat, he has given two numbers, 6 to the power n and 5 to the power n, and he is asking, can these numbers, for whatever might be, now let us take the example of 6 to the power n. Alright, so what is that 6 to the power n? Means if I keep 6 to the power 1, it is nothing but 6. If I keep 6 to the power 2, it is nothing but 6 into 6, which equals 36. Okay, what's the ending number? 6. Okay, let me try with 6 to the power 3. Oh, means 6 into 6 into 6. Right, so what is that? 36 into 6. 6, 6, 36. So, right, 6, 3 is 18. 2, 1, 6. Right, what's the ending number? Again 6. Alright, here the question is, you take it like that, 6 to the power n, 6 into, 6 into, 6 into, and so on, till n times. You keep on moving, man, but the ending number, are we going to get it as 0? That's the question. 6 to the power n. Of course, he is asking in the same way, 4 to the power n. Right, so 4 to the power 1 is nothing but 4, we know, and 4 to the power 2, it's nothing but 4 into 4, it's nothing but 16. What's the ending number? It's nothing but 6. Right, in the same way you take 4 to the power 3, 4 into 4, it's nothing but 64. Right, what's the ending number? 6. Here the question is, whatever might be the number, n might be 1, n might be 2, n might be 3, and so on, n to the power n. N to the power n means 4 into, go on till n times. Are you getting the ending digit as 0? That's the question. Are you getting, right, 6 to the power n, 6 into, so whatever might be the number we get, are we getting the number ending digit as 0? Hope you are able to understand. 6 to the power n means multiply 6 as many times as you want, the bigger number what you want, but easy asking, can we get the number, the last digit as 0? Here we got it as 6, here the last digit is 6, here the last digit is 6, but the question is the last digit, are you going to get something like 0? In the same way, here when the power is 1, the last digit is 4. When the power 4 2, the last digit is 6. 4 to the power 3, again the last digit is 4. The question, if you go on, keep on multiplying, can we get the last digit as 0? That's the question. Let us check it out. Let us go a little bit logically using certain formulas, known concepts, theorems. Let's go. Consider, right, let's go for this one. Consider 6 to the power n. Okay, and 4 to the power n. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's prime factorize that. So, can we write 6 to the power n as 2 into 3 whole to the power n? Yes. Can I write 4 to the power n as something like 2 into 2 whole to the power n? Yes. Okay. So, is it a prime number? Okay, is it a prime number? Yes. Alright, can I write this as 2 to the power something like 2 square, right? Can I write like this? Yes. Now the question is, when can we get a 0? Right, you have to remember this one. We know that, right, for a number to get ending digit as 0, for a number, to get ending digit as 0, right, we need to have, right, you have to remember 2 and 5 both as one of their factors. In their prime factorization. You have to remember this one. factorization. This is the rule. Okay, if you say, right, if you take 6 to the power n, we are getting 2 into 3, something like 4 to the power n. Do you have both 2 into 5? Do you have here? Of course we have 2, but we don't have 5. So if you have 2 into 5, both as the factors, as the product of their factors, as we can say, right, yes, the ending digit will be 0. I like to give an example. Right, I like to give an example. See here, right, the same 2 into 3 is there. Okay, 2 into 3 is there. Suppose if you have 5 along with that, what will be the number? As we are having 2 and 5, 2 5s are 10, 10 3s are 30. See, the ending digit is 0. Right? Means it is must that in the prime factorization of the number, we should have both 2 and 5. Then only the ending digit will be 0. Here in this one, we don't have both. That's what he says, right? According so, here, right, 6 to the power n does not satisfy the rule. Therefore, what we can say, it does not. Therefore, 6 to the power n doesn't end with 0. That's the rule. It can't end up with 0. Now see here, right? Do we have both 2 into 5? No. Therefore, 4 to the power n doesn't have, right, both 2 into 5 as factors. Therefore, 4 to the power does not end with 0. There we go. Hope you are able to understand. That's the trick here. 2 into 5 must along with the other prime numbers. It may be along with that or it may not be. But it is must to have both 2 into 5 in the prime factorization. Then only the number ends with 0. That's the rule. It might be 6 to the power n, 4 to the power n, whatever might be the question. We have to prime factorize that. Right? Check it out whether we are having both 2 into 5 as one of the factors, prime factor. If both 2 and 5 are there, whatever might be the number, we can say, yes, it's end up with 0. Let me take something like 2 into 5 into something like 7 whole square. Let us create a question. 2 5 is 10 right now. Shall I say something like, see here, 2 into 5 10, 10 7 70 whole square. So you see here, both 2 and 5 are there in the prime factorization. Therefore, it ended up with 0. So this is how I can explain you. Yes, both 2 and 5 are. In this channel, I have been placing both math and science videos.